Gets in on him. Loop shot. Shadow left center. Falling. Who wants it? Swanson! Oh, baby! Dansby Swanson, what a catch!
Spectacular play by Dansby. How in the world did he do that? I don't know.
Change up, flipped and foul ground. Riley sprinting. Riley. Austin Riley!
Holy smokes! Wow! What a catch! Austin Riley with the catch of his life.
Dansby Swanson and Austin Riley, the left side of the Atlanta infield, showing out in a big way in Game 2 against Philadelphia to help the Braves even up the series. And, Duty, I always come back to something you say whenever Dansby comes up. He's a winning player, and
Absolutely.
That was a winning play. Jazz, I just don't know how he made that. So, as a middle infielder here with us in Studio 42, can you tell us about the preparation that could prepare you to do something like that?
Well, I mean, that's a Gold Glove play right there. I mean, I was speechless when it was made because I was like, no way, Dansby, no way.
No shot. That's no man's land.
You know what I mean? And then when we slowed it down, I was just like, wow.
So what did you see? What did you see with slowing it down?
So for me, slowing it down, I was just more looking at his awareness, right? Mm-hmm. His awareness as the shortstop on the field. He probably, before the pitch, first of all, he's going to go right here. He's going to look at his center fielder. Okay, you're in right center field. I'm going to look at my left fielder. All right, you're still in left field. So I'm going to go, all right, as soon as this ball's hit, his first turn wasn't even at the ball. I watched Dansby, ball hit, he jumps, he makes his first turn, and his head is automatically looking at Michael Harris. Mm. And I was just like,
so he's trying to find,
like, he's finding his guys. You know what I mean? Like, Michael Harris is like one of the best outfielders in the game right now, especially with the glove. So he's gonna be coming. You know what I mean? So he's looking back to see if Michael is coming, and if Michael's not coming, he went and looked and found the ball, and then he looked back down to find Rosario over here. I'm like, dang, bro, like, how are you, like, you have all this time, and then, because, like, as an infielder, we're not fly ball specialists, man. Come on, we're not here for all that. We pick it on the dirt. So as an infielder, when that ball's coming down and you just have a reaction to just be like, where's the ball, and then you just catch it, bro, like, he found both outfielders and then found the ball again and just dove and caught that ball. It was just unbelievable.
How hard
bro.
is it once you lose ball flight
to pick it up again?
Find, like, do you see like a shadow? I mean, how hard is it to?
A shadow. I mean, as hard as a ball gets hit up, it comes down. So imagine, like, on the way down and you're running, and you just found this guy and said, oh, he's not close. He's not close. So now I'm gonna look up and the ball's right there. Like, it's just like a straight, and it was so sick, man. I
As soon
can't
as
stop.
the ball's hit, though, you have an idea as to where it might land, right? So
100%.
Is that your focus, getting to the spot while
yeah, you have, but, like, you don't know how the climate is. We don't know. It was wet. It was probably wet yesterday. A little bit of wind.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the stadium. You know, it's a lot of factors of playing outside. Like in Miami, I know where that ball is dropping. I turn around and I go for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So in Atlanta, I couldn't tell you.
So I appreciate you walking us through that. Everything that has to happen to make a play, and everything that did happen for Dansby in much faster in game time.
Yeah, I've been talking about it right here.
Right, exactly. So that was the middle infielder play. Now our corner infielder, X, you're going to go from first to third to tell us how Austin Riley.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about this might have been even a little bit tougher, just because I know from a first base perspective, kind of running and seeing a tarp running diagonally, but from third base, I'm thinking about same thing, right? Trying to find the ball, but also looking at my variables. I'm looking at if there's a tarp there and I know I'm about to run into the tarp, like what's my thought process as to how to get out of the way, or am I going straight in the tarp while I'm trying to catch it? So I thought this was a good catch just as well. But for you, Jazz, is it different? Because I think it's almost different kind of going at an angle. Because first of all, what Riley did really well is he opened up the hip. And like, if you don't open up quick and get to the spot, you're not gonna even have an opportunity. So what I thought he did well was open up his hips and get there. Is it tougher, you think, from a diagonal standpoint or straight back?
I feel like that play going into a tarp, I feel like, honestly, the diagonal play going into a tarp is a lot scarier because you're literally like, you're thinking about your life at that point. Those tarps, the tarps are hard, bro. I'm sure you've been on a tarp, had a couple tarp slides in your day.
They look soft.
They look soft.
They're not soft.
They're not soft at all. So, like, that diagonal, and you know you're going directly for it, I felt like he did the right thing where he opened up and tried to get lined off on the side and, like, you know, keep it on that side. And I think it was a great idea.
And I think that's one of the tough things that we forget is, like, guys are trying to find the ball, but also trying to find where they're going into when you talk about going into a fence. And I think that's what's really tough. And also, let's remember, Riley doesn't have the same speed as a Dansby Swanson. So his ability to cover that amount of ground, to me, was extremely impressive. And then the slide also made it look kind of smooth right there. But you never know if you're going to get hurt in that sense, too.
I mean, he did a great job.
Yeah, I tell you one thing I think all of our viewers should be aware of. When we watch these players play, when we watch you play, you do things on a baseball field from a body awareness standpoint that is just simply elite. You may make it look easy, but nothing that you do on a baseball field is easy to do.
Right. You know what I love about Austin Riley making that play? That was the 8th inning, wasn't it? So early in his career, when he was being played in the outfield, Ozzie Albies, his teammate, would start calling him Ocho because he'd be a defensive replacement in the 8th inning. Well, obviously, he moved into the infield. He's much more comfortable there. But making a big defensive play like that in the 8th inning had to feel great for the man formerly known as Ocho.